What's up, y'all? Thanks for stopping by the Surge T channel. In this video, I'll be taking a look at the biographical film A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood about Fred Rogers, widely known as and loved by his fans as Mr. Rogers. I am interested in seeing just what will be presented in this film. The trailer just dropped, so let's check it out.
Hey, I'm looking for Fred Rogers.
In here.
Hey!
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Please won't you be my neighbor?
Hello, neighbor.
Hello, neighbor.
Mr. Rogers. I'm here to interview you.
It is so nice to meet you.
You okay?
Profiling Mr. Rogers.
Boyd, please don't ruin my childhood.
This piece will be for an issue about heroes. Do you consider yourself a hero?
We are trying to give the world positive ways of dealing with their feelings.
Yeah? Like what?
There are many things you can do. You can play all the lowest keys on a piano at the same time.
You love broken people. Like me.
Sometimes we have to ask for help, and that's okay. I think the best thing we can do is to let people know, that each one of them is precious.
Hey, Mr. Rogers! It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Please won't you be my neighbor?
That was wonderful.
Man, that was nice. This is just a sweet, nice, wholesome looking movie. You know, Tom Hanks. You can't go wrong with Tom Hanks. You know, I mean, he captures the essence of the character and kind of the feel of the character. He looks like Tom Hanks. You know, it isn't one of those overly done like. You know, they put prosthetic on him to make him look like Mr. Rogers. I think they're gonna go with his performance, you know. But Tom Hanks can definitely bring out a performance in anything he does, you know. You gotta remember, this is a guy who acted alongside a volleyball named Wilson. So he can do anything, you know. I don't think he needs makeup or anything to make him look like the character. We'll just believe that he's the character. But who didn't grow up with Mr. Rogers, you know? There are some that probably didn't watch him, probably didn't think much of him, you know? I mean, everybody can probably agree that he was one of the nicest people, one of the humblest people, one of the most down-to-earth human beings who have ever lived. I mean, the guy just wanted to just see the good in everybody. You see him on his show when he would be like learning about stuff like rap music and you know, I remember seeing a video where he was, you know, talking to a rapper and he was teaching him about rap and stuff like that. And he was into it. I mean, there's just a lot of things that he did, you know, a lot of the, you know, just the amazing characters that he had on his show and the puppets and the people that acted alongside him. And well, I guess I don't think he acted, but the other people did, you know, every time he would have mail, right? We have that train that would come in and he would get the mail from there. And then the whole thing with Tom Cruise, how did I say Tom Cruise? But Tom Cruise probably could have played him too. Such a good actor too. But Tom Hanks, you know, is that the opening, you know, where you see him, you know, doing the whole thing, walking in and singing the song, you know, that actually ended the trailer, you know. I can believe that really happened, definitely. I mean, who wouldn't want to sing that to Mr. Rogers if you see him on a subway, right? And then he's coming in, he takes his sweater off, or takes his jacket off, right? And he puts on a sweater and changes his shoes and singing to us. And then he ends it off by saying, hello, neighbor, And this is one of those things where they had in 2018, there was a documentary that came out. And, everybody loved it because it didn't depict him in any other way other than how he was. Truly, he was somebody who was scandal free. There was nothing ever negative written about the guy, and that's rare in Hollywood, because there's so many of these people like in his position that they die and then all this crap comes up, comes bubbling to the surface. A lot of things people don't know about him, is that he was ordained a minister, and he went away from that because he just didn't like how they were portrayed on TV. And he said he wanted to put a more positive, figure in TV. And around that time, there's a lot of scandals with priests. I mean, not priests, but ministers, and Jerry Falwell and Jim Baker and Tammy Faye Baker. They're just taking advantage of people and taking money. There's still people that are doing that today, and it's so shameful. It really is. I mean, so Mr. Rogers just went away from that, and he created a character, and he wrote a TV show or something that was the basis for his show, and he was on air for many years, from my childhood, and I'm sure the childhood of my cousin's kids and their younger brothers and sisters. I mean, it's just spanned how many years? 30 years, 40 years, I would say. But it looks really just like a movie that if you want to feel good, just go see it. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm at the age now where I'm about to turn 50, and a lot of people think that that's a death sentence. People go, oh my God. There's some people that honestly are out there going, they're turning 20 or they're turning 30. Oh, I'm getting old. I'm feeling the creaks in my bones. And I go, if you're feeling the creaks in your bones at that age, by the time you're my age, you're going to be in a wheelchair. Chill out with that stuff. Be cool. Every time you reach a decade, be happy. I'm going to about to reach 50 and I'm healthy. And I'm happy about that. I am very, very just excited of what the next 50 years is going to bring me, And I'm not, sad about it. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to what the next decade brings and decade after that. And I think that Mr. Rogers would want all of us just to look forward to what the future brings to us and be positive, And it's hard sometimes to be positive, especially in the world we live in now. Mr. Rogers passed away in 2004, 2003, 2004, and it was way before the whole climate of what it is now. And you makes you wonder what Mr. Rogers would think, what Fred Rogers would think about what's going on now. How the dissension, the separation of people on different sides and not seeing eye to eye. Mr. Rogers was always about that. He was always about just getting along, positivity, learning about someone else's job or someone else's hobbies and stuff like that. You would always see him learning stuff, and he was a grown man but still a child at heart, and still wanting to learn things as he aged and as he went on in his life. So this movie looks really good. It really is just a sweet looking film, very family oriented and wholesome. And Tom Hanks, I love him as an actor. He's brilliant. I watched him from the moment he was on Bosom Buddies, the TV show, until now. And he has evolved into one of our icons, one of our just legendary actors, 2-time Oscar winner, and multiple awards he's won, and the things that he does for humanity when it comes to being charitable and all that stuff. He's there. And I wish him the best for this film, and I hope that this film does well, because it deserves it. Because look at the person that they are honoring, and that is Mr. Rogers. And I think that it will do just fine. So those of you who stop by and checked out my video. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And in closing, and as always, take care.